compromising but fundamental. There is no point progressing in error, Mr. Chairman. We are racing to nowhere. This election started on Saturday. Today, let us get it right before we proceed with the collation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Dino Welaya, PDP. Mr. Chairman, those of us who spoke from this angle are representatives of the political parties that participated in this election. And it is only responsible for Inec to listen to us. When you made your presentation earlier, you made it look as if agents are just here to rubber stamp whatever the returning officers are presenting. Because you said you passed that stage, it's at the stage of ward polling units. But the provisions of Section 65 have already mandated you, because you are also a returning officer in this election. It's just the difference is that they are returning officers from the state and you are returning results for the presidential election. And the provision of Section 65 is very, very unambiguous and is clear. And it is that you have the power and capacity to review results here. And you cannot review results if there are no agitation of infractions from the political parties. And that is what we are saying. That we cannot move forward except the law is respected, except the promise you made to Nigerians. I have just done a little research. You have promised Nigerians 68 times that beavers will work. And my brother Barrister Festus Okoye, after I checked using Google machine, I promised Nigeria 118 times that beavers will work. We want to see it work and working by going to the portal to see all these results. It worked in Edo, it worked in Osun, it must work in this presidential election. We cannot proceed with computation or collation of results when we cannot see. The confidence we have in this electoral act is the introduction of the electronic transmission of results. If that is not done, then there is no difference between what we are doing now and what we did in 2015, because what you are doing is practical manual collation. That means the billions of taxpayers' money, including mine, that was spent on the issue of beavers and transmission of electronic results is wasted. And we should not be wasters. We want a categorical response on this issue of uploading results. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Nze Frank White. I represent the APP. Mr. Chairman, last Saturday, Nigerians trooped out in their mass, in millions, because of the confidence that the electronic transmission of results put in them. They came out and, it was so massive that so many of them left what they're supposed to do. Those days of playing football in the streets were not seen on Saturday. Mr. Chairman, the integrity of this process will stand undermined if the electronic transmission that my colleagues here have requested is not guaranteed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. First, I will seek a clarification. Do we speak as individuals or we speak for the parties? A situation where two persons are speaking on behalf of a party. I speak for APC. And I will not think, after I've spoken for APC, my colleague should also get up to say he's also speaking for APC. We are not, in my opinion, in a debate. I will also correct the impression when it was said that that the political parties are in unison. We are not in unison with, excuse me, Mr. Senator Melaye and Right Honorable, with all respect, kindly let me speak. We are not in unison with them. A lot of law has been procured, preferred, and quoted here, most especially Section 65, which says the Commission shall have the powers. These powers have been conferred on the Commission by statute, and it is the discretion of the Commission to exercise its powers as it deems fit, and not whether we demand it or we want to proclaim or dictate it. Secondly, sir, the same section has gone further that a decision of the returning officer under subsection 1 may be reviewed by an election tribunal. And I think if we are not satisfied, like has been rightly said, the whole world is watching this process. We should let the process run its course. Like has been rightly observed, there were elections in other places, some of which have been contested in the courts. Why is this being made to be different? Let the results be presented. And just to add, that the provision of Section 66, subsection 4, that is now being misrepresented here, says upload from polling units. But we are not here to debate whether it was uploaded or not. That cannot be reviewed here. So my appeal is for the Commission to proceed with its constitutional duty and make the results available. If we are not satisfied, we will approach the election tribunal. And that is all we are praying for. Like we said, the whole world is watching us. I appeal, sir, Mr. Chairman, that you proceed and do the needful and exercise the powers conferred on you by both the Constitution and the Electoral Act, and let us have the results so we can take necessary steps as we may deem fit. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, any more?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. My name is Zafanaya Gisalo. I represent NRM. Mr. Chairman, I've been in the Parliament to also make the law and also make the Electoral Act. Like my senior colleague said, Emeka Edoha. The law is there. The act is there. And just like the Section 65 have said, the power is given to the Inec to conduct this election. And the election process has been laid down from the polling unit, which all of us went round to vote. And then after they are counted, the beavers were there to know the number of people, the agents were there, now the collation to the vote collection center. Everything was tied. The agents were there to see what all was done at the polling unit. And from there, the process is also there to go to the local government headquarters. This thing we are done, and then subsequently move to the ward, move to the state. And in the state level, all these things were checked. And I don't think there was any problem. Other, all these things have been addressed right from there. Coming here to talk on this issue, we are contrary to some of the agents that have said whatever they mean, we should not derail this transition. We should not derail to deceive Nigerians on what is happening. What has come here is the right thing that has been done.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Clement Ojukwu. I represent Labour Party. Sir, this is democracy, and we have spoken on behalf of our people. As you have promised Nigerians before today that our votes are going to count. In addition to that, you told us, or you told Nigerians, that our result will be transmitted electronically. It is not too much to demand of you to fulfill your promises. Again, remind those that is telling you of your supreme powers. Tell them you are not a military officer, but you are a leader of democracy in this country. Please kindly do the needful by telling the collation officers from the state to first tell us how these results were transmitted before now. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, please.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Bame Vidieno, the agent for Young Progressives Party, YPP. I don't want to be seen to be taking sides on the side of anybody, but on the side of the law. I want to state that this is a fifth level of collation. The first was at the polling unit, then at the ward collation center, then local government collation center, then the state collation center, before coming to this collation center, which is the fifth. And I think if there was any issue that should have been raised concerning transmission of results or whatever, they would have been tackled at those stages by our agents, which we had at all the various levels. I think what we are doing here is not in tandem with what ought to be done. I think that this process should be allowed to go, since we couldn't tackle whatever problems, issues we had at the earlier levels. Then if this process is concluded, we have the election petition tribunals that could handle whatever problems that are being raised here. I think the Inec at this stage now should be allowed to go on with the collation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Chairman, can I make a quick remark?
Jack.
Chairman, please.
This is...
No, I know I'm not a politician and I don't intend to be one. But we all have a stake and we all have a voice. Let me appeal to our politicians, respected individuals, to please calm down. The soul of this nation is in this hall today. And any individual that inflames this nation and create chaos, history will not forgive you. I appeal to you all. Every one of you have a very important point and you have laid it out. Please, I don't also think in the Electoral Act that politicians have a right to stop this process. I don't like what has happened as an individual, but let's respect the law and let the law take its course. And you have every right to challenge the outcome. Please, my brother Dino and everybody, please On behalf of the entire nation, we are please asking you please to calm down. Let us have this process, and then we, civil society, will back you and challenge whatever it is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have heard everything that you have said, but I'm going to comment on 3 issues. The first one, which was the starting point of all this lengthy conversation, is over the allegation of overvoting in the result presented yesterday from Ekiti State. What is overvoting? Where the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. Based on the original of the document signed by party agents at state level and the spreadsheet before me, there was no overvoting in Ekiti State. The total number of accredited voters is 315,058. That is what is on the authentic document. Any other figure that shows anything at variance with this did not emanate from the Commission. We provided a detailed breakdown of the scores by political parties across the board. Towards the end of the spreadsheet, we provided 3 columns. The first column is total valid votes, and that is 308,171. Total rejected votes, 6,301. Total votes cast, valid or rejected, 314,472, which is actually lower than 315,058. Let me recap. Total number of accredited voters, 315,058. Total votes cast, both valid and invalid, is 314,472. There is no overvoting. When you compare the total number of votes cast and the number of accredited voters, if there is anything, you may actually say that there was undervoting, not overvoting. So that is my response to the first issue raised. And I repeat myself once again for clarity. If there is any figure different from what I have presented and what came from the manual forms completed by the State Collation Officer for the presidential election from Ekiti State, please discountenance that figure. It did not emanate from the Commission. I saw some postings on the social media to the effect that the Ekiti election result was published on the 20th of February, 5 days ahead of the election. And what is the evidence? They took the result presented yesterday and took the total number of registered voters for Ekiti State and concluded that the results were prepared several days before the election. All Nigerians will bear me witness that here in this hall, we presented the hard copies of the total number of registered voters in Nigeria on state-by-state basis and the number of PVCs collected. And that information, as we speak, is on the Commission's website. So if anybody is trying to be clever by half, by taking figures from somewhere and saying, oh, these results were published or released ahead of the election, that one can only pass for fake news. And I'm sure that we are responsible citizens not to fall for fake news. So my first response is that for the election results presented for Ekiti, there was no overvoting. Overvoting means the total number of votes cast is higher than the number of accredited voters. The number of accredited voters is in this particular case higher than the total number of votes cast. So that's my first response. My second response is, are the figures consistent from what transpired at the polling units and what was uploaded or ought to have been uploaded to the IRF portal? I am satisfied that the figures on this spreadsheet emanated from the process that transpired at the polling units. The polling units are the only places where citizens vote. Whatever you do thereafter is just collation of result. And we have provided the vote scored by each political party. However, if any political party believes that the figures they have from the hard copies of the results given by their polling agents at the level of collation, that the figures are inconsistent with what has been provided on the spreadsheet that we projected yesterday, I would like that political party to forward the information to the Commission so that we can speak on the basis of facts. I like the suggestion made that the Commission has power under the Electoral Act to review results, but that power is contingent upon one procedure. The process has to be concluded first before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties that any evidence that you have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we will then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process. Thank you very much. Okay. Now that we have established calm, we can calmly proceed with the process and conclude in the best interests of our country. So may I invite the resident electoral commissioner for Ogun State to present, to introduce himself, and for the state collation officer for the presidential election from Ogun State to similarly introduce himself and present the result from Ogun State. The resident electoral commissioner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Olani Ijalai. I am the resident electoral commissioner, Inec in Ogun State.
Thank you very much, distinguished chairman of Inec. My name is Professor Kayode Adebowale, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, and I'm the State Collation Officer for the presidential election scope of the 25th of February 2023 in Ogun State. The result for the presidential election held on the 25th of February 2023 in Ogun State are as follows. Total number of registered voters. Total number of registered voters. 2,688,305. 2,688,305. Total number of accredited voters. 612,341. 612,341. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidates of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A. Party A, 1153. AA. AA, 331. 331. AAC. AAC, 923. 923. ADC. ADC, 10529. 10529. ADP. ADP, 1734. 1734. APC. APC, 341554. 341554. APGA, APGA. APGA, APGA, 934. 934. APM. APM, 6012. 6012. APP. APP, 326. 326. BP. BP, 374. 374. LP. LP, 85829. 85829. NNPP. NNPP, 2200. 2200. NRM. NRM, 542. 542. PDP. PDP, 123. 3 8 3 1. 1 2 3 8 3 1. PRP 356 356. SDP 738 738. YPP 366 366. ZLP 2392. Total number of valid votes. Total number of valid votes. 580,124. 580,124. Total number of rejected votes. Total number of rejected votes. 31324. 31324. Total vote cast. Total votes cast. 611,448. 611,448. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Prof. and Scope for Ogun State. Were there places where election was not held or the outcome of the election cancelled?
There were places where we have cancellation. They have been compiled. The respective forms, which is EC 40G, was filled during the state collation exercise yesterday. They were all displayed. And the reasons for the cancellation ranges from overvoting. There are some that voters refuse to use the BVAS. And also there are some that was disruption, which probably some thugs came, but they did not cut away with any election material in any of our polling stations throughout Ogun State.
Okay, thank you very much. Party agents, any comments or observations to the scope? Okay, please submit your result.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Scope. And the original handwritten completed Form ECAD has been duly countersigned by agents of political parties present during state collation in Abuja. Thank you. Thank you, VC. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Thank you very much. And I wish you a safe journey. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Collation Secretariat, which state is next? Oyo, where is Ramon Taylor, the resident electoral commissioner? Oyo? Okay, no, Oyo is there, and there is another state also in the holding area. So, are you ready, Oyo? Okay, please come forward along with the state collation officer. So, Rek, please introduce yourself, and the scope should introduce himself and present the results for Oyo State.
My name is Dr. Taylor Adinion Abdurrahman, resident electoral commissioner, Oyo State.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I am Professor Olushola Babatunde Kehinde, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, and the State Collation Officer for the presidential election in Oyo State. Thank you, sir. For the presidential election that held on the 25th of February 2023, we have the following as the results of the election. 1. The total number of registered voters in Oyo State. Total number of registered voters. 3276,675. 3276,675. Total number of accredited voters, 854,439. 854,439. The total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. Party A, 39514. 39514. Party AA, 1124. 1124. Party AAC, 1153. 1153. ADC, 6080. ADC, 6080. ADP, 2298. 2298. APC, 449884. 449884. APGA, 1368. 1368. APM 462. 462. APP 1985. 1985. BP 363. LP 99110. 99110. NNPP 4095. 4095. NRM 659. 659. PDP 182977. 182977. PRP 433. 433. SDP 14517. 14517. YPP 572. 572. ZLP 2891. 2891. Total valid votes 809485. 809485. Rejected votes 42471. 42471. Total votes cast. Total votes cast 851956. 851956. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Scope. Were there places where elections did not hold or cancelled?
Yes, sir. Elections were cancelled in 17 polling units in 14 registration areas.
Reason?
Overvoting, sir. And the total number of cancelled votes were 7363. 7363.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, observations, suggestions? Okay, thank you very much. Please step forward to present your result. Okay, thank you very much. Next, we move to Yobe State. Is the REC and the State Collation Officer around? Is the REC as well as the scope? Okay.
My name is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner, Yobe State.
My name is Professor Umaru A. Pate, Vice Chancellor of the Federal University Kashere in Gombe State. I am the State Collation Officer for the presidential election of 25 February 2023 in Yobe State. With me is Ibrahim Abdullahi, the resident electoral commissioner for Yobe State. The result for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in Yobe State are as follows. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of registered voters, 1485146. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of accredited voters, 398874. Total number of votes received by the presidential candidate of each of the political parties are as follows. A party, 312. A party, 312. AA, 915. AA, 915. AAC, 221. AAC, 221. ADC, 145. APC, 1514559. Am I correct? Okay. 151459. Abga, 875. Abga, 875. APM, 472. APM, 472. APP, 256. APP, 256. BP, 149. BP, 149. LP, 2406. LP 2406, NNPP 18270, NNPP 18270, NRM 672, NRM 672, PDP 198567, PDP 198567, PRP 265, PRP 265, SDP 192, SDP 192, YPP 630, YPP 630, ZLP 407, ZLP 407. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of valid votes 378397. Total number of rejected votes 18934. 18934. Total votes cast 397331. Total votes cast 397331. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any polling units where elections were not held or cancelled?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. 2, 1 in Fika. We had one of the polling booths with about 768 voters registered, and total number of PVCs collected 768, but because of faulty BVA, they couldn't vote. Then we also had Jakusko with LG code 04, one polling unit also affected with about 1073 voters. There was destruction of polling materials, and because of that, it was cancelled. The reports are attached to the submission here, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, any observation? Okay, please step forward to submit your result. I understand that Enugu State will be ready in the next 10 minutes. So wait for the next 10 minutes to take Enugu. I also understand that Lagos and Gombe approaching the building. Thank you. So 10 minutes, we'll take Enugu State.
So they've got 10 minutes break, after which they'll return, and I think they said they'll go to Enugu State. But a couple of states have been declared here today: Oyo, Ogun, Yobe, and counting. So the APC clinching Oyo, Ogun, and the PDP clinching Yobe State. So more results expected after all the drama that we saw that went on earlier before these latest results were declared. So we also did see a number of party agents who stormed out of that collation center, the National Collation Center. So interesting scenario. They are up in arms after all that argument about the propriety, the legality of the process, whether or not they were going to continue, citing several provisions of the Electoral Act. And goodness, and here we are now. But Mr. Uzi, what's your impression of what's played out so far?
Well, there's a debate as to whether what is going on now is in accordance with the
Vanny, looking at these results so far released, what's the impression about the vote? We should speak up.
Fun.
Fun.
It may seem as the All Progressive Congress is leading.
Yeah, leading, yeah, but it's understandable too.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Like I keep saying, we cannot remove tribal consideration.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
The APC flag bearer is from the southwest, and most of the states so far reported they are all west states. So you can understand the link.
Yes.
The same thing is applicable when we move out, like the way we are moving. Now, immediately we go to Yobe, which is like in the northern state. Yes. The pendulum swing to PDP. Yeah, exactly.
Well, imagine here in Yobe, the PDP and the APC, it's not as wide as the ones we're seeing in
exactly. That's
state.
my major concern this time around. Just like scratching my head, thinking of
we party agents haven't observed that the national chairman of Inec is determined to rig the election by making sure that results are not uploaded, by vehemently making a presentation that makes it look as if we are all here to rubber stamp the frauds that have been cooked between INEC and APC.
The flag bearer, the party's flag bearer. So I stand to be corrected, but APC might not get less than 50% of the votes.
Less than 15.
50.
Like less than
50 as in half. This is just, my objective analysis. Yeah, exactly. No, but there's no problem. One thing is that between now and at most Wednesday morning, will it get to that?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
They're making progress.
Okay, between now and, should I say by this time tomorrow, it would have become clearer whom our next, president will be.
And during the collation
results have been changed. We have records of where elections did not take place and results have been prepared. We have records of where the beavers were not used and results have been pronounced. What is difficult in the INEC chairman showing the uploaded results so that we can compare and interrogate that with the presentation that is made by the state returning officers. But they cannot upload results. They cannot show us uploaded results because they know that what they are going to upload will be at variance with what they are presenting to Nigerians. So the electoral process have been rigged. INEC have rigged the 2023 elections and we are completely dissociating ourselves from it and we know what to do next.
How many parties staged a walkout this afternoon?
Well, we are about 10 political parties that have actively participated in the election.
So are you saying that you would no longer, your party, the Labour Party, will no longer participate in this election?
We have already participated in the election.
Or in the collation process?
The only thing we are challenging the process in which they are declaring the results. You understand? They have promised us that they are going to use beavers. Beavers are used, but the result of the beavers have not been uploaded. What they are giving us now are doctor results, they are fake results, and that is why we do not accept it. And we have called on the INEC chairman. If he did not agree and did not accept what we are telling you, how shall we accept what he is telling us? It's a result that we have a complaint from our agent. We have seen it. Everybody have seen it. We have seen where problems, where infractions have been happening, and we have seen where doctor results have been submitted. Our agent have reported to us. This is what we are not. That is what they are telling us here. So, and he wants us to just rubber stamp what they are telling us. And then, as APC have suggested that we should meet, we should meet in court, and that's what is succumbing to it.
So what next? So what next for your party? What next?
Well, the next thing is we have done what.
This kind of development. What exactly is going on? What is making it impossible for Nigerians to organize something that is as simple as what in election? Well, there is this belief that the Africans were created not to lead themselves. Do you get it? Yeah, because think about it. From one African country to another, just pockets of confusion, just there. Why is it? What is that factor that is making it difficult for people to, if you can leave your home, why not? Because until we bring down leadership to the level of home management, you get it? We may not understand what it means to be a leader. Consideration, affection, and what? Sacrifice. A father, when there is no, let's say, enough food at home, a father sacrifices. Likewise, the mother and everything. But here we have greedy politicians who are rushing to the center, which we call the Federal Capital Territory, to pick whatever that is left in detriment of others. Because if not because of the juiciness of the center or the sweetness of what they get from the center, this mad rush to be there wouldn't have occurred. Yes, exactly. And it's only in Nigeria that someone who performs creditably well at private sector, as soon as he joins public he occupies public office in Nigeria, the person becomes foolish. You will see Nigerians that have performed excellently in the educational sector, but as soon as the person crosses, why is this battery doing this? I didn't know new batteries. It's very painful. First of all, we are sorry for that. Break in transmission is part of that Nigerian factor we are talking about. The network just disappeared for no just reason. But thank God we are back, and we thank you for staying with us. You've been so committed and loyal followers and viewers. We appreciate you. So, but at the same time, Nigeria, our country, is facing a very critical moment. We have played our role. Nigeria is now left in the hands of a very few people. Our prayer is that they will be able to navigate this sensitive, responsibility in a way that will be highly rewarding to each and every one of us. But even while we pray, there is need for us to equally not just lament but mourn over the poor leadership situation that has become a kind of trademark in this political geography called Nigeria. I wonder what happened, why the likes of Pa Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe and co got it right, but at this present moment, at a point when we are expected to build on the foundation they laid, we have gone we have taken so many steps backward. Vani, are you not troubled?
Oh, I'm really troubled. I'm really troubled. We hope for the best. We keep hoping for the best, and as Nigerians are doing.
Now, the question now is, because it's neither here nor there, the PDP party agents stormed out of the hall, out of the collation center. Is that the best approach?
That's not the best approach. That's not the best approach. Maybe it could have been out of anger. But that's not the best
that's
approach.
exactly what we keep preaching here.
Like the Inec chairman has been saying, if they have any issue after the whole collation, they can move to election tribunal. So that's a very simple matter than storming out of the collation center.
Because if you even go through the Electoral Act, I don't think any party agent or even a political party has the right to stop the electoral process.
Yes,
so the civil or the most polite thing they could have done is to wait. In order to even collect more particulars of offense that they will use to strengthen their argument at the tribunal.
He kept stressing, if you have any issues.
Let's be holistic in this conversation. Now, are you envisaging a year when we'll conduct an election and nobody will go to the court? Is it possible? Because this act of storming the tribunal is a sign that something is fundamentally wrong. Do you get it? Or don't you think so?
I think so.
The person that got closest to that level of expectation was the late Umaru Yar'Adua, of blessed memory. Yes. After his victory at the poll, when he resumed, he admitted that truly that the election that brought him, you get it, was not free and fair. Was actually not free and fair. You get it? So that's to show you. But since then, nobody has, and he promised to bring electoral reforms that will make provision for free and fair election in the country. Yes. You get it? But unfortunately, he passed on 2 years after. It remains an abandoned project. Now the only glimpse of hope that came was this beavers. But looking at it now, it means we have only treated the effect of the sickness while leaving the root cause to thrive. Yeah, Dino and his team, they are out of the hall. But unfortunately, it's not going to change anything. It's not like storming out. Start saying, okay, let's end this collation. Maybe, who knows, LP or even APC. Look at it, maybe lessing up their shoes. I pray that all the major political parties or all the political parties will not leave the whole Inec and Inec alone, but all these points to one thing. When election is fair, it will show that it is fair. Exactly. Yes, the political temperature in the country will express it. But all this one that you are doing, you are the one doing the explanation, trying to convince people that it is fair. I don't think it's the best way. I think we will see it actually. Actually, yes. Yeah. In 1993, Abiola Tofa election, people keep referring to that election as the freest and fairest election that has ever been, conducted in this country. Not because they read it in the book, but because they practiced it. They called it, then the NEC chairman, yes, they have, is it NEC or NECON or something like that, and I can't remember categorically. It was like NEC, the body, led by Professor Humphrey Mosu. He brought what they called option A4. Option what? A4. And in applied sense, option A4 simply means whom do you, if you are in support of Abiola, queue here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Abiola, the right and down. If you are for Tofa of NRC, National Republican Convention, this way. Less than, before 12 noon, everybody have gone home, because it's just to take head count, take number, and everybody goes. And the election was so free. But now, why I'm saying it is that we did not import somebody like Humphrey from abroad. He's a professor of political science. Then you get it, and we still have so many that could have done better. All right, yes, our dearest viewers, joining us in this discussion is again Professor Harriman Tosan. Harriman is our editorial board chairman, the editorial board chairman of Baramatu Voice. Is the man behind the camera, the man behind the scene. Most of our activities here, he sits behind to map out the strategies. Prof, once again, you are highly welcomed, and thanks for joining us. Welcome back home, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful for having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. No wahala. I'm still Jerome Utomi, and working very hard with me is
Vanessa. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mal. Grateful.
Thank you, sir. Okay, yes. Sir, in the realm of politics, 1 minute can mean so much. So between yesterday and today, has anything changed?
Nothing has changed in terms of the the value, the political value shade, nothing has really changed. The elections, like we are told, like we are already aware, must need go through some basic processes. Once the accreditation and the voting are completed at the polling unit, those the intendment after that is to have a vote count, which we now call collation of votes count, collation of votes done by the electorate. Now, it is at that point of collation that you are able to determine from the PU level the winner of the election. Now, once that process is completed, those results are uploaded and then sent to the local government area where that election was conducted. It is from the local government area they now go further again, like I said yesterday, to assess through the beavers whether the number of accredited voters met the number of total results tallied. Once that process is completed and there is no issue with regards to overvoting and all that, it is taken further to the state. The state looks at the same parameters, and it is only at that point of confirming that parameters as it relates to the election at the polling unit that that element is now transferred to the Inec database. So it becomes part of the process that validates the election that began at the PU. But with Nigerians, everybody wanted, as soon as the elections were completed that evening, everybody wanted the national database to come on stream, the IREF to come on stream. It doesn't work like that. At the time everybody was expecting the IREF to come on stream, the processes are still ongoing up to yesterday in many of the PUs. So it's no rush thing. When the INEC chairman came on board yesterday, the first thing he said was, look, we are in clear command and control situation of the process. We are coming at the time we have determined to come, when we think many of the results would have started uploading into the national database. And that's exactly what has happened. So what has not changed is the fact that the processes still have to evolve to what we have today. And what we have today now is the declaration of those results that have been consummated in the different PUs, which are transmitted through the processes of verification, determination, and then from there they are brought to where the results are now, and they are declared on state by state level. We saw that yesterday the National Collation Center declared only a Ekiti result, and today quite a lot of results have been done. Lagos and all the rest have come in. So we have a process that has actually simply followed the predetermined path. So nothing as in terms of our expectation has changed, because that is basically consistent with what the process should be. That's exactly how it is, sir.
Thank you so much, Prof, for this clarification. But still on that note, I don't know if I'm the one who is not getting it clearly enough. So I will, on that basis, I would like you to throw more light. Most of our guests here between yesterday and today, they've all been insisting that the Electoral Act was clear, that in the sense that at the end of the election at the polling unit, that the result should be transmitted straight to Abuja. That is the hard copies of the result that should be sent to the collation centers, maybe at the local government level, just for mere documentation, that the main result must be transmitted in the presence of everybody at the polling unit before the dispersal. Is that assertion correct, sir?
The assertion is a very faulty assertion. It's a misinterpretation of the Electoral Act. The Electoral Act itself recognizes the different level of authority it has placed in the wrong of determining what is that emanated from the polling unit. Now take for example, we have a system of ministries, departments, and agencies of the Federation of Nigeria. For example, the Ministry of Education has what we call the UBEC, Universal Basic Education Commission, as agency of the Ministry of Education. Now in the states, that ministry is headed in the state by a coordinator who also has an staff on ground, who also has an accountant on ground. Now, when monies are paid, for example, running costs, which is done quarterly, are paid into the central bank account for the UBEC of a state. This is how the authorization comes. The admin staff, the admin head of the department in the state affirms the authority, affirms the fact that there is a remittance made to the account of the agents of the department in the state. Yes, now he makes his own authorization. The authorization now moves to the accountant, who also does online authorization. From where it moves now to the coordinator, who finally signs on the remittance and then authorizes the cash. It is only at that point that the system itself that recognizes this level of affirmation opens up and the money becomes cash to the agency in the state. Okay. It is the same way it is operating here. You don't just carry, for example, I asked you a question yesterday. How does the man in the Inec National Collation Center know where Isokolo is? He won't know. He will be thinking Isokolo is in Adamawa State. If results are just sent like that, he will be thinking Isokolo is in Adamawa State or Gwangwe. That is in Wari. He will be thinking of Gwangwe is in Kano. If results are just transmitted into the, so you are creating a total chaos. Those results are expected to be collected first and appealed. In the presence of everybody, the results sheet are signed. It is at that point, if the IREV is on, that the results now transmit into the next level of authentication, which is the local government level. The local government level assesses all of the parameters and then ensures that all of the criteria for the conduct of a free, fair, credible elections are met. Once those criteria are met, and there are no petitions whatsoever relating to any issue that has to do with obstruction to the electoral process, the local government level transmits the same results. Nobody is traveling with result sheets. From where they are, they transmit with the device on their hand. They transmit that result to the next level, which is the state. The state now articulates all the results emanating from the state, and then they are able to create one single spreadsheet. It is that spreadsheet that you now send as results coming from Delta State. You don't just sit down because we have done election in the place they call Obodo in Wari. It's not passing to the national database. Who is doing that? You know they drink a lot in this Niger Delta area. So they cannot be talking anyhow. I think some of the people who spoke like that this morning, they are not clear with the minute explanation of the Electoral Act. The Electoral Act cannot fight itself. The Electoral Act is not a fabrication on its own. It's a piece of statutory document that was well thought out. And then reviewed and then affirmed to be a product of an act to guide a structure within an organization. And then the president affirmed it and assigned to it, and it became law. So it's not something that you just interpret from your own very quick fire understanding of how it operates. I've not asked you if a result is thrown into the national database from Obodo, who now articulates it as result coming from Delta State, if that is what they want. It doesn't work like that.
All right, sir. But I just wanted to add, but it will sound as if there are more important issues to discuss. Because I wanted to suggest, don't you think that every polling unit in this country has a code?
Very well. Every polling unit in Nigeria
and once it gets to Inec headquarters in Abuja, they should be able to know that code this and that.
You are creating a major chaos to the direction and situation of the national database. Right. You know, these things are technology. They are designed to interact within certain admissible components.
Okay.
Fine, every polling unit has a code. But then you don't just throw all results to the national database and expect the national people who should just be announcing results to now be putting results together from the different units and all of that. They won't be able to do that. Now, very recently we were told that there were specific PUs
softwares of specific PUs given to the parties in the different states of the parties that are presently, the 18 political parties that are presently contesting the electoral in Nigeria. The software of the location of different PUs were given to them. Now, do you know not many parties actually ran through those softwares to know whether, okay, the one that has to do with Adamawa are sent to Adamawa so that out there they can crystallize it and then allow it to flow to the wards like it was determined. Nobody had that time because it's a whole cluster. So you have to sit down and then get out the one that applies to Delta, and then before you begin to think of sending it to the Delta component, who now looks at it and then sends it to the local government component, who now looks at it and then sends it to the ward and all of that. It's a whole cluster across the 774 local government. So if you're asking all the polling units across the 774 local government to now begin to send results like that, we'll be creating a chaos that even the computer system of the national database will not be able to comprehend. That's exactly the issues.
All right, thank you so much, Prof. We move on.
Sir, from the winning style so far observed, from the results so far declared, what do you think Nigerians should expect?
Nigerians should cooperate with Inec. No condition is perfect anywhere on the earth. But so far we have seen a situation of a free, fair, a fair and credible election. Even though I hold this opinion that the election is totally not free. It is not free because we have seen incidences of underage voting in so many parts of the southeast. We have also seen the same incidents of underage voting in where you are. We have seen those incidences also in the north. So to that context, we hold that the process is not entirely free. But on the point of whether it is fair, the process is fair. That is why today you can have the Labour Party beating the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress in his own days, Lagos. It shows that there is a meaning to the process. It shows that the process has been deepened. It shows that people are generally now reacting to issues than reacting to sentiments or religion. It shows all of those contexts. Now, if it was to be the election of, like I said, the election of the FEDECO or the Inec, yes, it would have been a different thing. People, party chieftains, the PUs that you now have today that are clearly defined in locations around the different parts of the country will be holding in the homes of some people and all of that. It is not possible because whether you keep the beavers, you will still need people to be authenticated by the beavers. You don't come with an alien voter's card and then place on the beavers or with an alien thumbprint and then place on the beavers and then you expect the beavers to capture you. They don't capture you. So that would be a total waste of time. That is why where you saw obstruction in the process, it's not obstruction to go and inflate votes. It's obstruction to ensure that suppression of voters' capability to control a particular ward is put in place. That's what has happened so far. So we want Nigerians to trust the process. The process so far has delivered commendably. And of course, I must at this point commend the composure of the INEC chairman, who has been noticeably provoked today by one of these political talks who doubled as a party agent to...
Prof, we are coming to that. It's a separate topic on its own. So don't preempt it, sir. Thank you so much.
Good.
Okay, all right. The next question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the results also point to the fact that we have not yet departed tribal consideration in our political choices.
Yes.
Okay, you admit?
Absolutely, very well. You saw the results in the East. The entire results in the East shows that the people there are completely given to tribal sentiments. You can see the level of dispassionate voting in Lagos. You can also see the same level of dispassionate voting in the North. But it has not reflected so far in the East. How do you have a situation in the East where one candidate has over 400 and something votes, and every other candidate in that same election, the highest was just 16,000 votes? How do you define that?
So the element of tribal politics is still a very strong issue in Nigerian politics. It's still a very, very strong issue. But you see, we cannot use one location or one locality in the geopolitical division to define the whole. So far there is an improvement. Because even in the south, where we are from, even in the south, we have seen this level of dispassionate voting. Because the people voted for Labour Party in the south, just because of their appreciation of the message of the Labour Party presidential candidate. The message resonated with them, and they voted irrespective of who is running, who is not running. They voted massively, and you can see a lot of people benefiting from those votes. I am still waiting to see what happened in the Warri, in the Uwe, Sapele Okwe, who won the federal seat. I'm still waiting to see who won there. But you see, you can see that dispersion everywhere, except in the southeast. The southeast voted for their people to reflect that age-old tribal affinity politics that prevail in that part of Nigeria. But in other parts, we have been able to show that some people have moved away. For example, if not for the North, if not for the way the North has voted, if not for the way they have committed themselves to voting for their party, Asiwaju probably will not be where he is now presently in the voters' tally. Okay. That's exactly what it is. And it shows that Nigerians are making desirable progress in the choices they make. As it relates to who gets what, where, and how. And that's exactly what it is.
Thank you so much, Prof. The conversation will continue shortly. Right now, we want to connect Abuja for, the National Collation Center to, gather more information. Please, Prof, don't go away. We are coming back shortly.
I will not.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Yes, okay. The conversation continues shortly.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Section you read, section 64. Yeah. 64 does not. Let's just go back to 64.4 as well. A collation officer or return officer at an election shall collate and announce the results of an election subject to the following. He's a returning officer. He's going to collate the president and return. What? So, and don't forget there are 178
176 polling, 1,000 polling units. Yeah.
1,000 polling units. I don't think the law, if you separate that way, it will lead to an absurdity.
So, is there any implication of that walkout?
No. You cannot compel an agent to be represented at a collation center. If they work out, the process can continue. It doesn't invalidate whatever is being done there.
What about on the integrity of the process?
It calls the question. There are two different things: the legality of that, and then the perception. So yes, it could affect the perception. I'm sure there are quite possibly a lot of their supporters. Some will disagree that you shouldn't have worked that stay, and some will say, it has diminished. It has diminished the integrity of the process. So many parties, 9, 10, rejected the process, and by implication have rejected the result. If you reject the process, I doubt if they will accept the outcome of that process. So everything that happens diminishes the process. All that we're saying in social media also diminishes the process. Whether it's good, whether it's justified or not, it's a totally different thing.
Prof, what will your assessment be?
Well, I think that there's a serious issue here because if the political parties in their numbers work out, it's a very symbolic behavior which detracts from the legitimacy of the entire process. And I'm very sure that Inec chairman is not taking it lightly. And that's why he's particularly concerned about having any kind of repeat of discrepancy from now on. But more importantly, remember the reason why he's proceeding with the announcement of the results is simply that he says he's satisfied that the required processes have been observed at the lower levels, because he's going to do the collation of these returns that are coming from the state and add them up for the final result. But those who were at the decentralized level are those who are expected
to have exercised due diligence. In fact, even the uploading of the results at the polling unit level is also supposed to have been done by the presiding officer at that particular polling unit. So all of these have not clearly, because the uploading is taking so much time, and we still have less than 40% of the results uploaded. It's questionable whether due diligence has been done by those officers.
Ambassador, if I could ask you, I mean, when Makwe did say, the chairman was saying that Lagos should take a moment and cross-check and make sure certain things are done, as a communication person, in context of what had transpired previously, how does that come across? Because, I mean, people internalize these things differently.
Yes.
Wouldn't some say, oh, well, so the chairman is not trying to do the right thing we should have done before, or what?
Really good question. And I think that it's important for us to let Nigerians know what is at stake, right? And I know that as we speak here, there's so many conversations happening, but let's break it down. If it is taking 2 days, 48 hours to upload 66,000 results for the polling units, we can assume based on that baseline. Right, so
where we are currently giving you every update needed to be, on the same page with INEC. The result is trickling in, and INEC is, announcing, collating and announcing. We are making progress. In the way it is going, hopefully, I wouldn't know what. But by this time tomorrow, I think we should have known our new president. True or false? True. Okay, all right. Yeah. We should have known our new president. Hopefully, yes.
So far, we've called results from 8 states.
8 states, okay.
The states.
APC, simply because maybe the flag bearer is from the southwest, and painfully enough to looking at the result from Enugu, that one is if we are saying that what happened in southwest was a challenge, that of Enugu,
Some same statements made by the.
Can we grow as a nation with this kind of mentality?
It will be difficult, honestly. It will be difficult. Because this is like, what they say about the foundation is destroyed, those kind of righteous. This is like already laid down foundation for Nigerians, and it will be difficult for us to change it from the way it is, from this tribal.
And this is why it should be of great concern one updating. In 2015, similar game played out. And it was that bad that even the president, President Muhammadu Buhari, made one comment that many people tagged his speech. He said he would treat regions that gave him 5%, do you get it, differently from the regions that gave him about 75, 80%. You get that to show you with the way it is currently posted now. Whoever that wins will be mindful of the fact of those regions that gave him good number of votes and those that were equally, that did not quote and unquote support. Prof was trying to provide an answer to that challenge. But before we get back to him, one good thing needs to be done, to exit this political narrative.
Well, I think that more enlightenment has to be done. To let Nigerians know that it's not about your tribal person.
Or someone,
yes,
voting the right person.
Voting the right person that is qualified, that can do the job, that is capable, that can deliver. It's not about, oh, my brother is Igbo, and I have to go to my Igbo brother, or my brother is Hausa.
There is this issue bordering on equity. That there is need for rotational presidency. You get it? That there is no region you will go without finding a capable leader who could lead the nation. I subscribe to that argument, but that's not enough. That shouldn't translate to enough reason for what we are saying now.
But it's really difficult because if just one Igbo man ruling over and over and over again, the Igbo people would cry out.
Yes, exactly. It was in 1993 that Abiola, I keep referring to that election because that was like the first time in the history of Nigeria where everybody voted irrespective of ethnicity. Yes, in Abiola's, in Bashir Topa's polling unit, Abiola got him defeated, meaning that even the Hausas, the kindred and the kinsmen of what is it called, Tofa, even voted for them. It was that huge. So at that point, we felt that, we really need to grow beyond tribal and religious consideration, because
I think that we are already on that track, because it's not just the Igbos that are vying for Obi as president. Nigerians itself are,
No, when you are discussing issues, you see it first the way it is, and secondly the way it ought to be. Yes, it wasn't only Igbos that were pushing for Obi, but looking at the voting pattern now.
Okay.
You understand?
Coming from
because Obi movement were people in Osun, Ekiti, they were like organizing rallies and co. Do you get it? But Osun was LP got less than 11,000. The people I saw in Obi's rally were more than 11. That's to show you that there is something fundamental. Like our CEO used to say, that some of them are into that to grow their page.
Yeah, of course.
Not that they truly love Obi. That they always a promotion just to promote Obi, because they know that Obi, that name Obi is trending. So they attend those events just to grow their page. And with what we are seeing, he might not be far from the truth. You get it? But that notwithstanding, we encourage whoever that is going to emerge to look and see Nigeria as one indivisible nation and treat all as equal before the law. That will help us, at least that will, because we really need to heal these wounds of division. As soon as a new president emerges, there is need. Politicians have a way of polarizing the nation, and they have achieved that within this period of politicking. So whoever that is coming should be able to provide leadership, the leadership that will unite the people, the leadership that will promote peace, the leadership that will make Nigerians see that both Christians, Muslims, even the traditional worshippers, that we are all, we are all one. We are all Nigerians, and we are all created by God Almighty. You understand? Because why, looking at it from the religious angle, you see in most cases, we focus on either being a Christian or a Muslim. What about the traditional idol worshippers? Yeah. I thank God that I'm not one, because if not, I would have, led that crusade that we should be recognized. If I made a lawmaker, maybe at the National Assembly, yes, they should bring juju for me to use, in taking my oath of office. But now it's either Quran or Bible. No, there are some other. So in as much I'm not saying that they should increase the recognition. Let's collapse and downplay religion and focus on unity as human beings. Yeah, that will be more rewarding than saying, okay, this one is a Christian, this one is a Muslim. We all trace our origin to the same father. Nigerians should toe that mentality, not just the politicians. And they should learn how to reject such teachings. I call it indoctrination by the politicians. They should learn how to reject it. It's not the best way to go. No nation grows like that. I have taken time to study developed nations, and most of the indicators that brought development to these nations, you understand, are not visible here. So whoever that wins should know that he is not coming to enjoy. He's coming, he should have in mind that there is a great work to do. More work needs to be done, and more policies needs to be formulated. Policies that will move the nation forward, and policies that will unite Nigeria, most importantly, because the kind of Cold War, if not that currently exists, if not handled properly, could graduate or transcend to a full-blown war, which we don't even pray for. Our own is to continue to live in peace as a nation, and one indivisible nation, bound together by love and freedom, and so that even our forebearers, that we be happy wherever they are, that the Nigeria, the united, is still living intact, and undivided. If we can achieve that, is very, it will be, it will gladden our hearts, and our children yet unborn, when they come in, they will be happy. So back to this result. How many states is been announced? 6.
8 states so
8
far.
states.
Ekiti states, Kwara,
and
Osun
so
states, Ondo.
Lagos went to Obi, Yobe, Yobe to
PDP.
Atiku, so the rest, APC. All right, yeah.
So 6 out of the 8 states mentioned have gone to APC.
Okay, all right. Yeah, there's no problem. It is not over until it is over. As footballers, we tell you, anything can change. Then the way it is safe, the contenders are helpless. You get it? Because the votes, the reports are ready. They can't change anything. Yeah. So it's just like it's like a time bomb. People are waiting for it. Yes, and okay. That is it. Any moment from now, we shall be, going back to Abuja to hook up with the National Collation Center. We need that information because it's what we not that we need it to inform you. We take you there so that you don't just rely on our own analysis alone. So do kindly stay tuned as we
bring the live updates from
Abuja. Thank you so much.
My name is Zephaniah Gisalo. I'm a member of NRM agent. We are not part of that. We associated with them. Thank you. We are not part of workout. Thank you.
No, let them say they have confidence.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Ina Okopiago. I represent the African Action Congress. We're not part of the party that walked out. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Babatunde Adedapo Olufemi. I'm here to represent Accord. Accord dissociated itself from this arrangement, working out of this collection center.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I remain Barrister Chief Kenneth Udeze. In law, we say res ipsa loquitur. The first speak for you, so you are seeing me live and direct, so I didn't stage any walkout.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. I am Air Vice Marshal Ibrahim Umaru, representing the Nigeria People's Party, New Nigeria People's Party. We are not part of that walkout. Thank you very much. We are still here with you.
Good evening, sir. My name is Mohamed Kabir Umar. I'm here representing Boot Party. We are here. I did not work out, sir.
Who you want to talk again?
The woman.
Good afternoon, Chairman. Barrister Mrs. Ayatoba Juliet, supporting my colleague from PRP. You are seeing us live and direct.
My name is Williams Moses. I'm supporting my colleague here, YPP. We're here live and direct.
Well, for us in the All Progressive Congress, we have confidence in the process, and we are here with you to see it through. We are not part of any boycott, walkout, or revolt as some have done. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, my name is Mohamed Dirisu Isa, NRM Collation agent. We are here with you. We are confident in the process. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Entirely APM, we are here with you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Honorable Muhammad Law Nalado, National Chairman of Accord and representing Accord. We believe in the process and we are not working out. We are after one Nigeria and believe our coming together here to support Nigeria, that is what we stand for. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Venimbe A. James, National Secretary, Action Alliance. We are with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Lagos is ready. May I invite the resident electoral commissioner Lagos to introduce himself, and for the collation officer for Lagos to introduce herself and present the result. Rec Lagos.
Thank you, sir. My name is Olusegun Agbaje, Resident Electoral Commissioner, Lagos State.
Thank you. My name is Professor Adenike Oladije, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Technology, Akure. I am the State Collation Officer for the presidential election of 25th February 2023 in Lagos State. And with me is Mr. Olusegun Agbaje, the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Lagos State. The results for the presidential election held on the 25th February 2023 in Lagos State are as follows. Number of registered voters, 7060195. 7060195. Number of accredited voters, 1347152. 1347152. Total number of votes received by the presidential candidates of each of the political parties are as follows. A, 3069. 3069. AA, 498. 498. AAC, 1597. 1597. ADC, 5789. 5789. ADP, 2439. 2439. APC, 572606. 572606. APGA, 2316. 2316. APM, 709. 709. APP, 371. 371. BP, 1837. 1837. LP, 582454. 582454. NNPP, 8442. 8442. NRM, 609. 609. PDP, 75750. 75750. PRP, 1120. 1120. SDP, 772. 772. YPP, 1109. 1109. ZLP, 9964. 9964. Total valid votes, 1271451. 1271451. Rejected votes, 64278. 64278. Total votes cast, 1335729. 1335729.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Any cancellations?
Yes.
places where elections were not held and reasons?
Yes, there were cancellations. There were 3 local government areas affected by overvoting, 3 registration areas, and 9 polling units. The total number of registered voters in these areas is 5584. 5584.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments, party leaders? Any observations, any comments for the scope? Okay, thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. Please step forward to present your result. Is Gombe ready? Okay, so Gombe will be next. Okay, next is Gombe State. The resident electoral commissioner is here with the scope. Introduce herself, and the scope should introduce herself and present the result.
I am Umar Ibrahim, the resident electoral commissioner, Gombe State.
I am Professor Memuna Waziri, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Geshwa. I am the State Collation Officer for the presidential election of 25th February 2023 in Gombe State. The results for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in Gombe State are as follows. Party A scored 284.
Before the party, total number of registered voters, total number of accredited voters, and then you go to votes scored by party.
Okay, sir. The total number of registered voters, 157,5794. 157,5794. The total number of accredited voters, 542,997. 5
the results state by state.
Okay, next is Gombe State. The resident electoral commissioner is here with the scope to introduce herself, and the scope should introduce herself and present the result.
I am Umar Ibrahim, the resident electoral commissioner, Gombe State.
I am Professor Memuna. For Party A scored 284.
Before the party, total number of registered voters, total number of accredited voters, and then we go to votes scored by
corruption and refusal to use beavers. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Any comments on the Gombe report? Okay, thank you very much. Please step forward to present your result. Thank you very much. We're expecting a few more states, but they are not so close by like the last two. So I suggest that we take a break and reconvene at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Thank you very much. So let's go.
All right, so there you go. A couple of states have also just been announced. Lagos, Gombe, amongst the states have just been recently.
Announced results, you can say that the battle is starting to be between the APC and the PDP.
PDP, yes. Yeah, but even at that, PDP has worked out. Then other political parties,
the PDP party agent as well as the Labour Party agent,
the two
all worked out.
And looking at what led to the considering what led to the walkout, will you say that they have merit?
No, working out of the Collation Center is not the best way.
Yes.
Like we mentioned earlier, and as the Inec chairman has said, that any complaint should be channeled
to the appropriate quarters, and I share that sentiment. Yeah, and by now I thought that all of us would have developed that spirit of sportsmanship, our ability to stand by whatever and face it, as election can never be do or die. You get it? Whoever, the service to the nation. Though the process, like Prof said a few minutes back, may not be 100% fair. But even there's no perfect human beings, not to talk of achieving a perfect process.
Exactly.
So is disheartening. Such is happening, but Inec on their part did not equally manage the process very well. Or what do you think? They made a demand. They want to see
the uploaded
results in order to
side by side
with what they are submitting.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too hard to ask.
It's a simple matter.
Yes. So another issue is what prevented Inec from doing that?
Well, I listened to Festus Keyamo during the APC campaign council conference, and he made mention of that being against the law. He mentioned that if they want the results to be uploaded side by side the announcement of the result, that it is against the law. They made mention of that during their press conference.
That was recently?
Yes, recently.
Okay.
Yes. That is against the law. So maybe the Inec chairman knows that, and then he has refused to give ears to what Dino and the other party agents are requesting for.
Well, we need to move forward. So let's look at Borno, Gombe. Yes, okay, Gombe result that trickled in from Gombe. Kindly help us in
the number of registered voters in Gombe.
Yes.
1,575,794.
Okay.
Accredited voters 542,997. And the APC got a total of 146,977, while the Labour Party got a total of 26,160. The PDP got a total of 319,123, and the valid votes 510,043. Rejected votes 23,735, and then the vote cast 533,778. Results from Gombe State.
From this result, I feel that PDP was like trying to have started doing well.
Yes.
So what could have led to their, to their working out? Because currently they are not doing badly. Look, going by the result from Yobe and now Gombe.
Maybe
or maybe as party agents that they must have seen the remaining part of the. Okay.
Maybe they've seen it, and there's no point in getting disgraced.
Disgraced. Okay. Yes.
So they had to work out.
It's okay, but all I know is that we need to find a solution to the leadership challenge in the country. Yes, and like we noted yesterday on Saturday that all the contenders are qualified to be president of this country by their
The Grammatic Voice election headquarters, and as I've just seen, the INEC has given result of more than 8 states, and they're going to reconvene back at 8 p.m. to, announce other results. And please stay tuned.
Yes, looking at the results so far, it's getting clearer. It's getting clearer, but at far anything. The process, maybe till the end, and whoever that that are agreed, even at this moment, is our suggestion that you try to be civil about it. Yes, violence can never solve any problem. Instead, it will create more problem. Or don't you think so?
I think so, yes.
So, and in the game of politics, anything can happen. Yes, you may have your opinion, but the majority must always have their way. That's one of the negative, aspect of democracy. Democracy is a game of number, and at that level, there's no condition attached to that number, whether they are educated or not. All they know is number is what? Number. A is called 500, B is called 1000. Yes. So B automatically becomes the winner. Yes. Then if you are not, comfortable with it, you approach maybe the tribunal. Exactly. So, and that's exactly what we encourage people to do. The youth in particular, we are saying this in case if it fails to go your way, we should learn to be civil, and we should, destruction of life and property has never in any way assisted anybody. Even the answer shock, many of us have not come out of it. When you remember that ugly, drama.
I think that's one of the major, should I say, the major shock or motivation that has led Nigerians to, really wanting a change of government. So I think so too.
I think so, but there are better ways. There should be better ways, because let's look at it from the practical perspective. Whoever told you that youth could be so organized and united like they did on Saturday, you wouldn't have believed it.
Yes.
So what I'm saying in effect is this: if maybe it fails to go the way of the youth, all they need is to work harder. Look at it. Dot the I's and cross the T's, and lace up their shoes for the next election and see how it goes. And failure is not.
Are you already conceding?
No, I know. I'm just like, I'm not preparing everybody's mind. Both APC supporters, PDP supporters, and what is it called? The Labour Party supporters. Whoever, the one sterling truth about today, about the ongoing process is that somebody must succeed while others must, you understand, try their luck. 4 years, 4 years time. So, and in crisis management, you prepare for the worst. You get it. So even when you are hoping that you should be the winner, create a holders. And not only them, I think we still have our list. If we can just go through those lists and see, because they are still very important. And you're not protecting your interests very well. My thinking is that, you know, each time we are commenting on this, that you keep making reference to your female, to your sister. Do you get it? I've been thinking along, you know, maybe gender equality and all those things. What's that her name? That's OJ.
Yes, OJ.
Yes, of
I think of the of the
inclination and the tribal consideration in when casting our votes.
Yes.
So, if we equally bring the issue of, you know, women and what have you. Welcome back to Delta. If at the end, you know, our dear governor is the vice presidential candidate, you know, of the PDP. If at the end it goes the other way, or the result goes against, fails to favor PDP, that maybe that the governor's performance could have contributed.
The governor's performance could have contributed. We can only say that if they don't win the states,
okay,
not the whole of Nigeria. We can only say that if they don't win the state, because that's what I can say about the issue. We can only say that if he doesn't win Delta State, we'll know that
But really when we were in the primary/secondary school, there was something called weak pass. What if he scores a weak pass?
A weak pass.
A weak pass, as in let my people go. You get narrow escape. Like now, if you cast your mind back to Osun result,
okay,
you will discover that it was like a narrow escape because it was so slim.
Yes.
So it was just like there was is a kind of defeat that you can not hit your chest and say I defeated. So if we record such a victory in Delta, what will you ascribe it to? Poor performance of the governor, or the strength of the opposition party, or that of the youth factor clamoring for?
I would say it's the strength of the party itself, not necessarily about the governor.
You are highly diplomatic. Okay, because it's the party that wins the election, not the individual. Okay, but it's the people that make the party strong, or that make the party what it is. You get it? Like, take for instance, like APC now. It's the people that are members that are building APC. Members are taking APC to the grassroots. You know, at some point we were being invited here and there, as in here in Baramatu Voice, following politicians to the reverend area. As they visit those communities, so they make the party, you know, strong. So when you perform, your party becomes strong. If you don't, you know, your poor performance weakens your party. Yes, exactly. So head or tail, you cannot separate the party from the members. Yes, because the party is just there. Is a platform. It's a platform that cannot build itself. It requires the people. Okay. I wonder what will I thought we'll be able to take a call from Lagos this evening to know the reaction of the people, as in look going by the result that Obi, yes, Obi won. I wonder what will be going on, and maybe it has become very, very important that we do that.
Yes, there's something I'm wondering. You know, just before the recently announced results, I saw that each party agents were exonerating themselves from those people that walked out of the
as if
collation
there is
center.
consequence for walking out.
I was to ask if is there any implication to walking out?
Yeah,
because they were all exonerating themselves.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
this party and
yes.
I did not walk out.
Yeah, I remember. I'm with you.
And, I did not work
yes, yeah, just like that.
So I'm wondering if there's any implication to working out.
I wouldn't know. I'm not. You know, politicians could be funny in their actions and their inactions. Yeah, so, okay, we are expecting Mr. Chike now to join the this conversation.
Okay, from Lagos.
From Lagos, yes.
Okay.
You know, he's going to be very busy because Lagos is not going to be an easy one day. But anyway, Tinubu himself gave a good fight because it was like a week past.
Yes,
it was a narrow escape.
Yes.
But it has gotten to a level where what I'm trying to say in effect is that no matter what, win is win, even if it's just
one.
I could remember when that year I forgotten my position in the class. So when my father was like, and I said, but it's just 2 marks now. He said, you called it just. So many things. Yeah, we continue to congratulate Obi for that feat and Bola Tinubu. We expect a very positive result coming from Delta, you know, because before now, Delta has been a PDP state.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It won't be out of place if Delta goes to PDP. Yeah, it will not be music because it's something. But if it equally goes otherwise, because if you look at the commentaries on the street from Warri to Asaba, Ugele to Abo, you will know that people are equally becoming very frustrated with the leadership style of the current administration. Even a practical pointer to this claim is the outcome of the presidential poll. You know, across the state, we saw how people, you know, revolted, switching obedience from the PDP to the Labour Party. You know, I hope the trend, you know, will not continue, because if it continues in the next election, you know, the PDP governorship candidate in the state have to walk a very tight rope in order to, you know, remain or get to Osadebe's house. So, but before then, we are not here to preempt. We are here to report. So while people are proactive here in the studio, we try as much as possible to be reactive by, you know, working on, you know, the unfolding dramas. So we are going on a very short break to reconvene in no distant time. As we are well aware, the Inec Collation Center, you know, has equally closed, hoping to be open by
8 p.m.
So please do stay tuned. Very soon we shall be back, and at that moment we shall be joined by various public affairs commentators, definitely from Lagos and possibly in Abuja, from Abuja. Do stay with us, and again, many thanks for watching. Thanks.